What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ashley the Hippie, coming at y'all with another video. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, welcome. It's all about peace and love over here. If you're returning, welcome back. I missed you. Don't forget to like my video, comment if you feel the need to, subscribe if you like seeing my beautiful face. In today's video, me and my friend Sydney are going to the Getty Center. So come along with me and my friend as we check out this beautiful art museum and take lots of gorgeous pictures. And yeah, it's 8 something in the morning, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do to this. And we're going at 11, so I only have a limited amount of time to do something with this. I'm probably not gonna do anything crazy because I don't have that much time, so may just wet it and wear it in an afro. My hair's still recovering from last week where I went to Paris's birthday party. And if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely check out that video. I'm going to leave it somewhere right here. But yeah, I did my hair all extra pretty last week and it's recovering from that little by little. I haven't done anything to it. And without further ado, let's get into getting ready and heading off to the art museum. Okay, so I'm officially on my way to Sydney's house. This is the look. We're rocking the afro and the gold. Y'all, it's giving model. It's literally giving like housewife her, soft life her. I look good. But yeah, we're on our way to Sydney's house. And then from Sydney's house, we're going to carpool to the Getty Center. That's where we're going today. So stay tuned. And this is just your reminder that you will only be able to elevate once you release the weight that is holding you down. So reflect on your life, reflect on the things around you, and think, is my situation holding me down or allowing me to grow and elevate as the beautiful and strong individual that I am? I hope this helps somebody. God bless. And this is when we finally made it up there. Nothing but clear skies and good vibes. I really enjoy driving into the Getty Center because it always previews the current exhibition and it just gets me excited to see the art. It was super crowded, but it wasn't that hot of a summer day, so I wasn't too surprised. But we did finally make it up there. And this was one of the primary exhibitions on display at the moment. It was called First Came Friendship, Sydne B. Felsen and the artist at Gemini, GEL. Exhibit Sydne B. Felsen captures his experience with Gemini, GEL, through photography. Gemini is an artist workshop in Los Angeles. This documentation spanned roughly 5 decades and takes you through the friendships of many notorious artists. We really enjoyed walking through here and actually feeling like we were a part of the lives of people creating this art. And this is, of course, me admiring the beautiful art. The exhibit also featured a section called Reasons to Come to LA, which I honestly really enjoyed because I'm an LA native. And of course, we had to stop for a coffee break because we started this day at 10 a.m., so coffee was a must. And I absolutely adore these travertine stones that the side of these walls were made out of. Fun fact, they were imported from Rome, and I just love that. Like, it honestly brings like a historical or vintage feel to the museum. This was a picnic area, and it leads to a garden. However, before we descended to the garden, we found this beautiful waterfall that looked like a hollowed out vase. It was magnificent. And then this is just more of the picnic area leading up to the pathway that takes you down to the garden. This was the beautiful garden with this amazing centerpiece waterfall and like little pond. It was so beautiful. I wish this was in my backyard. Like, I love this. You already know me and my girl had to take some pictures by the waterfall. Yes, we were looking cute. And then this is the actual garden. It was divine. They had so many different beautiful flowers, all well kept and beautifully maintained. It honestly just felt like walking through a fairy tale. And this was probably my favorite part of the day because as Sydney and I walked through the garden, we discussed our dream weddings with our husbands, and it was just so nice to like just be girly and actually think about like what kind of flowers or what kind of dress we'd want at our weddings and like the kind of music and just little stuff like that. So I just really enjoyed taking a moment to be like very feminine. And yeah, we had to take some more pictures in the gardens because the flowers were beautiful. And then they also had these beautiful trees and I am a nature girl, so I just love anything green or tree related or just anything that has to do with nature. Like, just, I love that. This was another picnic area. I believe you could only picnic on the left side. The right side was off limits, but to be honest, the left side was better. Like, you have this amazing view of the museum. Then we headed back inside to look at more art. I'm going to stop talking now and let you interpret the art how you feel the need to, and I will chime in as I feel the need to. Enjoy. I did try to get a lot of pictures of the descriptions of the art, so if you see anything like that, feel free to pause the video and read it. But this was another exhibition that was really fascinating to me. It was basically about how the Dutch captured their extreme weather conditions during the harsh winter as well as the other seasons. I always find it so interesting when an artist can tell a story through a picture. Like, even if it's as simple as one picture, like, that's just, it kind of gives you a glimpse of what it was like to be in the environment during that time or that era, and it just feels like you're like time traveling in a sense. And I know I was at the museum to admire the art, but I just adored these ginormous ceilings. Like, it just felt so spacious. And this painting really spoke to me. It was so simple yet so complex. Like, I just love all the detail. The art was very inspiring, so much so that Sydne ended up making some art of her own. A true masterpiece, if I must say. And this is another simple yet powerful art piece. You can go ahead and pause and read about it. It is basically an art piece of Mary and Christ after Christ was crucified. So very deep. And all of this next art is just about to be art from around that time period. I often get really intrigued with the amount of detail they put in male art versus the lack of detail they put in female art, and how the female always seems to be like shameful of her body while the man is always so prideful of his. But that's just me. Okay, let's carry on. And of course, we had to check out all the amazing views you get from the Getty Center. It's so beautiful. It's positioned on a lovely hill to where you can see downtown Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Culver City. You can't really see the coastline, but that's just because of all our smog and pollution. But you still get this incredible view, and it's great for pictures. There was also this beautiful waterfall that you could sit next to, but there was no shade, so we carried on. But it was still really pretty. Next, we found this holographic looking plastic piece inside one of the buildings, and it was so pretty. But back to the art. This section was really nice. It captured religion during the time period, and it was really captivating. It brought you back to that time period and showed how like heavily influenced religion was on the culture, and I just really admired that because I feel like it kind of took me back to that time, and I often wonder how life would have been had it remained so heavily influenced by religion. I personally definitely feel like it would be less freedom of speech and freedom of expression, but I do feel like there would be more discipline in the world, if that makes sense. Like, well, I'm I'm from the US, so it just feels like we're very like loose over here as far as like morals and ethics sometimes. And I just feel like religion kind of keeps that in line, but I also feel like it takes away from the idea of allowing people to be individuals and allowing them to embrace their individuality. However, generally there are going to be a lot of pros and cons to having such a heavily based religious environment. Just my thoughts. Back to the art. And this is when we were leaving after we had seen all the beautiful art. One thing I really enjoy about this museum is that if you have a smartphone, you can scan QRs and get a more in-depth description of the art, as well as like just learning more about the art in general. So I really just love that. It's free and you don't have to worry about anybody boring you. Leaving, it was crowded too. There were people everywhere, and we weren't even sure if we were going to make it on this tram, but we were able to. We did have to stand the whole way, but we made it. With no set plans for lunch and so much traffic to the east, we decided to head 10 minutes west, where we found ourselves at the Santa Monica place. This mall is very nostalgic for us because when we were in high school, us and a bunch of our friends used to take the exposition line down here like almost every Friday and just walk around this mall. So it was definitely nice to relive this experience as adults who drive now and have their own money. We found ourselves at the Cheesecake Factory where we engorged on wheat bread and salad. So delicious. We also had these delicious appetizers, and that pretty much wraps up our trip to the Getty Center. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!